Hello and welcome to my review of set number 75295, the Millennium Falcon Microfighter from 2021. This little microfighter features a single minifigure and costs $10, which is very par for the course for these microfighter builds since they're so small. At the top here we have the Han Solo minifigure included in the set 1:1 scale, and at the back, nicely seen this little microfighter Millennium Falcon parked with the figure, and at the bottom we see the other set, microfighter set from this year. As you can see, Series 8 and rated 6+. This microfighter is a little bit weird because, as seen here, the other microfighter set is a double microfighter set. So it would have been nice to have this one also as a double microfighter set with kind of like another microfighter that you could fight the Millennium Falcon with. So that would have been nice, and also nice because this is the third microfighter Millennium Falcon we are getting. So maybe that would have been nice to have this year, but alas, it's just this one minifigure. Let's get into the instruction manual. This very tiny instruction manual is very usual, nothing too special here. Just very slim, of course, little instruction manual. Nothing out of the ordinary here. And so, just in case you were wondering, this set features 37 pages with 29 steps. And now let's get into the minifigure. And here he is, the single figure of the set, Han Solo. A good figure overall. Comes with this blaster and printing on his legs, on his waist, and on the back, and on the torso, of course, as well. The only bad thing about this figure really is the lack of color on his skin color printing there. It's just really disappointing to see that Lego just skimmed out like that. I mean, you can see the skin tone, the proper skin tone on his face, very nice. But then the skin tone right there by his collar is just white. And just in case you're thinking, well, maybe it's just his shirt underneath or something like that. It is not, since you can just see on the Lego box, you can see the real color, the proper coloration versus the actual thing that comes when you buy the set, which is really disappointing. So that's really weird and annoying. Anyway, other than that, nice hair mold. I really like it, very detailed. Fits really well with the figure, in my opinion. And of course, lastly, he does come with a second face, more of a happy smile face here, and on the front, more of a stern, maybe more concentrated face when he's piloting the ship. So overall, a decent figure. And now let's move on to the actual set. And here it is, the Millennium Falcon Microfighter. Sadly, another Microfighter, Millennium Falcon, the third one now. Not sure why Lego had to release this set for the third time so soon. Didn't really need this. But oh well, it's here, and it's probably the best iteration that we've had so far. So let's take a look at the cockpit first. Here we have a nice printed piece right there, and a little cockpit piece right there. So overall, nice cockpit, and also very nice that there's only 2 studs here, and then the rest is tiled off, so that when you put the little Han Solo in there, he won't get stuck. His legs won't get stuck in there. You won't have any trouble just taking him out of there. So that's nice. At the front, we have these 2 little translucent pieces, and in the middle, I love that Lego included this little slit there without putting a piece in there, because this actually shows that, you know, originally the Millennium Falcon had this little docked part in here, and this kind of just shows that it's been removed. And yeah, I'm happy that they didn't just make that all in one. On the sides here, you see some nice greebling, even just with a small piece count, and still, I think, got out quite detailed enough for what it is. And this antenna piece here, this dish piece, really nice as well. Holds on quite well. So that's pretty nice. And at the top, the stud shooters shooting these red pieces. It's basically the only play feature of the set. Except if you like count swooshability. In that case, it's a good swooshable set. But yeah, you can just shoot these off like so, and you do get some extra pieces of those just in case you lose some. So that's nice. We've got these little black pieces here, black tiled pieces to represent those vents. Same here at the back, and some red accents right there and at the back as well, and some showing through right there. And at the back of the ship, we have the thrusters. The middle thruster is just built in there, and then the side thrusters are on these hinges that you just slot in there. And if you just take them out, you can see some of the colored pieces used in the set on the inside. So there you see a teal piece, and in the middle, you also have a red piece. You can't see it right now, but yeah, just to vary up the build a little bit. And finally, we got these little metallic pieces, which also add a nice little bit of detail. And at the bottom, we just have these rounded off pieces. So when you place it down, there's not really going to be any damage to the set or your table or whatever. So overall, a sturdy, nice little build, especially for the price, I think is fair. It has a lot of details, as mentioned, even for the size. So overall, a really good build. Good set. However, I wouldn't really recommend buying this set, except if you're like a collector. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend buying this set if you already have one of the previous iterations. If you don't, then go on. It's a great new build. I think it's probably the best one we've ever had so far. But if you have any of the previous ones, I don't really see the point in having this one. Just save the 10 euros or dollars, and instead just keep your old one. It's basically very similar build, but just a little bit more refined. So finally, what do I think of the set? Well, I think for 10 bucks, it's very fair. What you're getting here is a nice little ship, and even though it wasn't really necessary for LEGO, in my opinion, to release this set so soon, it's still a good set overall, and worth buying if you don't have, maybe if you don't have the Han Solo minifigure there, or if you just don't have a Millennium Falcon Microfighter before. If you haven't had one, then I would recommend this set. If you have one already, not really necessary in my opinion, but yeah, good build, sturdy, nice little stud shooters as a play feature there, so overall, a nice set. And just to wrap things up, if you enjoyed this video, a like and a sub would be greatly appreciated. And also, please let me know if you like this white background. If not, I can go back to the black background. But if you do, just comment it down below. And thank you for watching.